What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and today we're going to look at 5 great West Coast plays in NCAA Football 06. I have a couple of West Coast books on the site if you're interested in those, if you want to get knee-deep in the weeds of a scheme. But this video will be a nice little base to work from and give you an idea of kind of West Coast is all about, especially in this game. Now, I'm going to keep it old school. We're going to stick to default plays. I'm not going to show updated plays. I think I've updated a couple of these in my master playbook, but I want everybody to be able to use this. On top of that, this is the West Coast offense, and I want to keep it old school in terms of we're going to look at nothing but under center plays. I just like that feel of it. Now, there's plenty of good West Coast concepts in the shotgun formations. If you're interested in those, there are plenty of them. You can have a lot of fun with them. But for this video, let's stick to the West Coast theme. Okay, now we're going to start off with ace big tight end wide receiver. This is a 12 personnel set, 12 meaning 1 running back and 2 tight ends. And we're going to start off with curl flat. Curl flat is a right hash play as is. I always like to have a short side zone beater. So a short side meaning you are on the hash closest to one side. In this case, we're on the right hash. Therefore, I need a short side zone beater with that flat route. So I'm going to select that. And let's just start off with how it attacks man first. Let's go up against cover 2. Now, all 5 of these plays do the same thing. They essentially attack 3 areas of the field. To the far left of your play, to the center, like you see with this angle route, or the post, and to the right side. West Coast pass plays is meant to kind of attack about 10 yards in, for the most part. And that's kind of the theme for all 5 of these plays. And this play, it does it as good a job as any. So we got an out route, an angle, a post, a flat, and a curl. Now, against man, I always have my first read. If I have a deep ball of some sort to throw to, that's my first read in case these 2 safeties come down. If that happens, I'm going to go to the post. I can hot route him to a go if you need something easier. Otherwise, I'm either going to go probably to the out route or to the curl. Those are just really good man beaters. The angle route is decent as well, but it works a little bit better against zone, which we'll look at here in a little bit. So again, we are on the right hash because of this flat route. It just gets open better because this cornerback likes to stay back a little bit. Will be a nice safety valve. But when it comes to man, think post, think out, and think the curl. So whenever you snap the ball, you always read the safeties. I'm seeing it too high. We can keep it safe and just go to the out route. Okay, if for whatever reason you don't like that matchup, you can always try to go to the curl. If your quarterback can make the throw, curls are kind of tough in this game, but they're doable if you can make the throw correctly. But again, just go to either one of the outside guys like you see here. Now, if you see both safeties come down, and we can show that, let's go here. We'll go Thunder Green. And if you don't like the post route, that's a little tough to throw to against cover 0, you can always hot route him, hit triangle, and then triangle again, and then up, and do that. So if it's cover 0, you can do something like this, and you can go over the top if you got a good tight end that can handle that type of play. Otherwise, again, just go to either the out or the curl. I suggest the out. It's just a little bit safer. And again, you can hit the angle if you feel like it. If you got Reggie Bush on your team, it may be able to work, but we're going to reserve that for zone. So let's talk about zone. Let's go ahead and select this again, and we'll go up against a cover 2. So our first read is our angle route. If there is a hole above your center, nobody there, you go to him. If not, go to the flat. You can also hit a couple other things too. If your tight end's fast enough, you can do some damage here with the post, but we're going to keep it pretty simple and not move a lot of guys around and such. So let's just snap the ball and see what happens. I don't see a hole over the middle. Just go to your flat. Pretty simple, not a very good throw, but at least he was open. So again, I'm not seeing a hole over the middle. We'll go to the flat. If Matt Liner can make a decent throw, we can do it again. Again, I just don't see anybody open over the middle, and just another terrible throw. But one thing you can do, I don't know if anybody noticed this is a rare play to where this curl route can attack zone. It only works because this tight end distracts this safety and this corner at times. So let's see if I can throw to that curl route. Something like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of depends on the defense they're calling. Okay, so let's see if we can attack that angle route. Let's go here. It's usually against cover 4s and like rare blitzes to have a hole over the middle. So you see it right here. There's Reggie Bush. He's wide open. So as soon as I snap the ball, look what happens. Look at this gaping hole right here. Again, this is your first read. If you see a hole there, wait till your halfback gets open over the middle. Otherwise, again, just go to your flat. So we can do that again. go right here, and then you're off to the races with your halfback. So what we're going to do now, just briefly, we're going to do a random formation or plays out of this formation. I'm going to go hit curl flat, and we're going to hit R1, and we can rep all of this. So it looks like they're going zone. I do see a bit of a hole. You see right there. We'll snap it. Big hole above your center. Just press the button. You don't have to hit it too hard, and pick up easy yards. Okay, looks like they are going man. I want to play it safe. I want to ease your go route or cover zero beater. Read the safeties. I only see a 1 high. Let's just keep it safe and go to our out route. Okay, let's do it again. Looks like they're going zone. You saw the corners kind of move around a little bit. I don't see a hole over the middle. We'll go to the flat, and we'll cut up field and get some serious yardage that way. That's a pretty good play. Next up, they're going man again. Now you notice this out route is being a double team. So automatically, I don't have to worry about him. So now we're pretty much down to 2 routes, either this post or this curl. Now you can leave the post as is if you're feeling daring enough. If your quarterback can make that throw, by all means try it if you want to. Notice what happened there. Both safeties came down. And that is always your first man read. Cover zero. Go over the top. Okay, let's do it a couple more times. They're going, looks like probably cover zero again. I'm going to give him a go route. Can I get him open? He's a little slow on it. He may have a chance. Good little play by Bird. We can do it again. I don't know what they're calling. Looks like they're going zone. Let's just keep it simple and go to the flat. He's got to make a better throw. And they're going man again. I'm seeing the cover 1. We can try the curl. And pretty good throw right there. So, again, a lot of ways to attack the 10 yards and in. You got a player to attack on one side, another one over here, technically a couple, and you can attack the middle. And that's the whole theme of these West Coast plays. Next up, we have a slot, which is an 11 personnel set. You got 1 running back and 1 tight end. And we're going to select quick slants. Quick slants is a little bit different, but again, it attacks the same areas. Notice what we got here. We got a short side zone beater. We got a center beater. This little slant over here. And our outside to the far right is going to be our man beater, and it's going to be this halfback. Yes, it's different routes, but nothing really changes. You're still attacking the same 3 areas 10 yards in. Now, this is a left hash play because why? Of this short side zone beater. So let's go ahead, select quick slants, and let's go up against man for now. And we're on the left hash. Now, our man beaters, you only have 2. You got your flare route by your halfback, and you got a post route. Technically, it's a flag, but you can change this a couple different ways. Now, what I suggest you do is I suggest you hot route L1, that flag, to a go. Okay? And from here, if you see both safeties come down, go to him. Otherwise, just go to your halfback, and you got to throw it quick. Now, notice what I'm doing here. I am going up against a 4-3 defense. Okay, now let's think about who is defending who. It really matters in this case because this halfback on a flare route, there's a good chance either this linebacker or this safety is going to be on him. Well, how do we make like this guy defend him? Well, right now, this linebacker is defending this flag route. Well, if I motion this guy over here, these guys switch responsibilities. Now there's a good chance that this guy will be defending him. So why do we want to do that? One is mainly because he is so far away from the halfback. You're just getting better separation. Because notice what happened on that last play. We didn't do any motion, and who was on our halfback? If you slow this up, look who was on him. The middle linebacker. Look how much closer he is. So you're not going to get a whole lot of yards out of that. But if it was this guy, look at the separation they would have. So let's try that again. Okay, so they're going man. Again, keep it simple. I suggest you hot route the flag to a go, which is a little bit easier against cover zero. Motion him over, and then you snap it. Now look at that separation. Now he's got an extra 5 yards on the guy. Okay, so when I motioned our go route right past our tight end, now it forces this linebacker on him. You don't have to do this, but the play is just a little bit easier if you're going up against a 4-3 like that. Now, if you're going up against a nickel where you got a corner on that guy, he will follow the receiver. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay, so again, they're going man. I'm going to go ahead and hit L1. We'll bring this guy over. I'm going to read those safeties. I'm seeing a too high. We'll just run over here, throw it to our halfback, and that's it. So very simple against man. Now, I'm going to go and select, while we're here, we'll go quick slants, and we'll go up against that nickel again, cover 2. So if I see this, this is what I was talking about earlier. Say he moves over there, so you're not gaining anything by doing that. And look who is on him. This guy is right there. He's just much closer to the halfback. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, if they go against cover zero, we will show that. Let's go here. Quick slants. We'll go monster green. And now you may see something like this where this safety comes down. Pretty good chance they're going cover zero when you see that. But I'm going to have him go on a go route. I'm seeing both safeties come down. I just lob it up and let him handle it. Easy touchdown. Okay, so those are your man beaters. The slants aren't very good against man. That hitch route isn't very good against man. Now, you may want to attempt doing a go route or doing a cover zero beater by not hot rounding him. If you don't want to do the hot route, you don't have to. The throw is just a little bit tougher. It ended up being a great throw there by Liner, but it's just a little bit tougher compared to that go route. So now let's talk about zone. Let's go ahead and select it again. Quick slants. Let's just go up against cover two for now. So just like the previous play, our first read against zone is always this center beater. If this slant route is wide open right there, you throw the him. Otherwise, hitch. So this one's a little bit simpler. You only got like 2 reads against man and 2 read against zone. So let's go ahead and stamp it. I don't see a hole over the middle. Just go to your hitch and pick up whatever yards you can. Okay, again, read the hole. Is there one there? I don't see it. Go to the hitch and just pick up whatever yards you can. So we can go up against a cover 4 because I know this will work against it. Quick slants, we'll go cover 4. So again, let's read the hole. I see a hole. Throw it to him real quick and pick up really easy yards to your tight end. But if for whatever reason you got a terrible tight end or you don't see a hole or he gets stuck, just go to your safety valve in that hitch. Notice what happens here. That tight end got stuck on this linebacker, slows it down a little bit. So that may slow you down on your reads. And if that's the case, you don't feel comfortable, again, just go to your safety valve and hit that hitch route. So let's do some randomness. Let's go quick slants again. And we're going to go up against random formation right here from nickel. Looks like they're going man, and it's nickel, so I'm not going to motion him over. Let's do this. I'm seeing cover 0. I'm going to get sacked. Good blitz in there. Okay, we're going zone. What are we going to read? The slant and the hitch. Slant, I don't see him open. Go to the hitch, throw it as hard as you can. Pick up whatever yards you need. This time they're going man. I didn't do my hot route, and somebody came through and just destroyed my offensive line. Let's try this again. Looks like they're going man here. Throw it pretty hard to your halfback. Let's see what he can pick up whatever yards he can. Good little play there. If they're going zone, we'll read the slant. Is there a hole? No. Go to the hitch. Pretty simple play, but the best part of this play is getting this halfback out on the flare route, especially against 4-3 and hopefully against some slow linebackers. The next play we're going to talk about is I formation slot. Now, this formation is a 20 personnel formation. You got 2 running backs and no tight ends. Thus, it says 20. You select that, and it is slot corner. This one's a little bit interesting. So we've already talked a little bit about a curl flat concept. We've seen that already. We've already seen an angle route, so we kind of know how that works. We've also seen this little smash concept from the previous play, but it's all kind of coming together, but different players are using those routes. Now, this play is even more interesting because you can work it off either hash. Why is that? Because you got 2 short side zone beaters. In this case, for now, we're going to start on the left hash, and we got this little flat route. But our man beaters is this flag route and the curl. The hitch usually works better against zone. So let's go ahead and select slot corner. We'll go up against 4-3, cover 2 man. Okay, man beaters, again, your flag route, you can either turn him into a go route to make it a little bit easier, or you can try to hit that flag against cover 0, or go to the curl. You can attempt to go to that angle for your fullback. It can be a little tricky at times, but let's just see what the safeties do. I see 2 high safeties. Just go to your curl. Keep it pretty simple. Okay, now you can also attempt the angle if you need to. Not a very good throw there. He had to dive for it. We can try it again. I can try to hit him like this. Not a whole lot there. That's why I kind of suggest you go to that curl. Just a little bit easier to throw to. 2 high safeties. We'll just go to the curl. Not a very good throw. I'm not going to show you what the cover 0 looks like. You can always hit that. But what I can do is, if you do not want to use the hot route, we can go against cover 0 and see if you can hit this flag. Not the easiest throw. I'm going to get sacked. We can try it again. If I can get some time. I'm going to get sacked again. I'm so sorry. Practice mode's tough in this game at times. Something like this, you got to lob it up and hope for the best. Sometimes he short arms it. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of trying to hit that flag route. The go route is just a little bit easier for that reason alone. Sometimes your quarterback, even Matt Leinart, can't make that throw. This may be a short one as well. Pretty good one, but again, I suggest you do a go route in that case. Okay, so those are your man beaters. Now we can go against zone. We'll select it again, and we'll go up against like cover 3 this time. So what are our zone beaters? We all know this by now. Left hash, we got 2 options. Your center beater, which is the angle route, and your flat. Okay, so let's read the hole. Do I see one? I don't. Just go to your halfback and try to get up the field and pick up whatever yards you can. Okay, let's see it again. Snap it. I don't really see a hole. Just go to the flat. Okay, now we can also test out that hole theory. Let's go right here, select that again, and we'll go up against a cover 4 because we know it'll work against it. Snap it. Do I see a hole? I do. We'll just go to the fullback and look at those awesome yards. Very easy yards to get when you see a hole above your center. Just make a decent throw there, just to press of the button, and you're good to go. But for whatever reason, you got a terrible fullback, or you got Reggie Bush on your team, you may want to throw to him more often, then by all means, just go to your flat. So now let's talk about the right hash version of this. This is another reason why I call this play, or put it in this video, and that's because it works on the right hash as well. So let's go cover 2 man, and let's put it on the right hash. So now your responsibilities switch a little bit. Our man beaters, we still got the flag route. Now the flag route just has no room whatsoever, so now you really have no choice but to turn it to a go, unless you want to motion him over for a post route against cover 0. Otherwise, just go to your curl and maybe the angle if you feel like you need to. But they're going cover 2 or 3. We don't know yet. This is man, of course. We're going to motion him over. I'm going to leave it as a post. So cover 2, let's just keep it simple and just go to the curl. So not much really changes on the man front per se. But I can do this. I can have him on a go just in case. But I see both 2 high safeties. Let's go to the fullback. Can we make it work? Not a very good throw. Now you can kind of see why that curl route's just a little bit better against man. We'll just go here. And just not the best throw in the world about Matt Leinart. But again, man, everything kind of stays the same. But let's talk about zone. The difference here is the switch responsibilities between this hitch and this flat. When you're on the right hash, now you just think angle and hitch. Okay, so let's go up against that. Let's go up against cover 3. Do you see a hole above the center? I don't. Just go to your hitch and pick up whatever yards you can. Okay, let's snap it again. I don't see a hole. We'll go over here, go to the hitch. All right, so let's do a little bit of random. We'll select it again. Let's stay on the right hash, and we'll do just a random 4-3. So it looks like they're going man, and they are in 4-3. You can do the same thing as what we've done out of quick slants. I can do this. And looks like they're going, apparently they were going zone there. I misread that one altogether, but we're going to get some decent yards anyway. Again, that's a safety valve. Let's do it again. Looks like they're going man. I'm going to have him go on a go. We can motion him over if needed. 2 high safety, just go to the curl. Pretty simple. Looks like they're going zone. Read the angle or the hitch. Do you see a hole? I see one. We'll go to the fullback. He just needs to make the catch. Going zone again. Angle, hitch. I don't see a hole. Go to the hitch and stick with that. Now, you need to keep this flag route over here against zone. If you don't do that, this cornerback has no reason to back up to defend the flag route. Okay, so they're going zone here. If I got him out of the way, I cannot go to this hitch. He made the catch, but again, you just don't want to do it. It's just not in your best interest. Otherwise, this is a really good play just because it works off either hash and it changes things a little bit and some of the responsibilities with the routes, but it makes it very versatile too. The next play we're going to talk about is Pro 4 Normal, and this is a 21 personnel set, so 2 running backs and 1 tight end, and it's wide receiver corners. Now, these corner routes are good man beaters, but they're hard to throw to. You got to throw it right after they make their final cut, about right here and about right here. So against cover 0, man beaters, you go down, those safeties come down, you go to either corner. If it's cover 1, you can pretty much go to either one. I suggest you go to this one. And this is a left hash play because this is a flat and this is a flare. That flat route's always going to be a better short side zone beater. So what we're going to do, we're going to select wide receiver corners. Let's go up against cover 1 to make our point. Okay, man, pretty simple. Either corner, Just got to read the safety. So if you see both safeties come down, go to either one. If it's cover one, you can attempt to go to either one. I kind of suggest you go to this one. Sometimes it's a little bit easier. Otherwise, you can try to flare with the fullback. We've already seen how good that is against man in another play. Or you can hit this dig. It's a little bit safer as well. So let's snap it. I'm seeing cover one. And this is not a very good throw on my part. I threw that way too lightly. You got to press the button pretty much. Let's see if I can make it work here. This is a much better throw right there. So you notice what happened with that wide receiver. As soon as he makes the cut, I actually done it right beforehand, but I was fixing to get sacked. Either way, a really good throw. A really good catch right there. Snap it again. Is the fullback open? Not really. If you want to get him the ball, what do? We force one of these defenders to defend him. So right now, if it was cover two or cover one, there's a good chance either this guy or this guy's probably on him. Maybe even this safety. We're not really sure. I would like for it to be this guy or this guy. So if I motion this guy over, that makes it a little bit easier. Then you can go to your fullback. Either way, my fullback's not the fastest in the world. But let's go ahead and snap it again. You can try to go over here, and I almost got sacked again. We'll try this right here. Another good throw right there. That's the safer throw against cover one. But if it's cover zero, go to the other guy. Or you could try to keep it simple and go to your dig if your quarterback can make a better throw than that. We can try it again. If you don't feel comfortable making that corner route, you can always go to the dig against man. Okay, so you got several options against man. What about zone? It's the same thing we've been talking about this entire video. Do we got a center beater? Yes, it's the dig. Do we got a short side zone beater? Yes, we got the flat. Do you see a hole? I don't. I'm going to go to the flat and just pick up whatever yards I can. Let's snap it again. I don't see a hole. I'm coming over here, throw it to him, and just pick up whatever yards I can. We're going to go up against a random. No, we're actually going to go up against cover four just so I can show you what this looks like with a hole over the center. The reason why he wasn't open is because sometimes they get stuck on the linebacker. Notice he's stuck, and he's stuck. If you see that and you're a little spooked, you should go to your flat, and I didn't do that. So let's do it again. Looks like he's still stuck. I'm going to go to the flat. Sometimes he gets stuck, sometimes he don't. If you need to make it a little bit easier, you can't do a slant route with a tight end, unfortunately, in terms of hot routing. But he's open right there, but I threw that a little way too late, which is my fault. Either way, do you see a hole? Yes. Try to go to him right there. There you go. Or just go to the flat route. So we can do a little random. We'll select that. We'll do random. It looks like they're going zone. I don't see a hole, so I'm just going to go to the flat. Pick up a few yards there. They're going man. Cover zero. I'm going to try to go over here. Ah, good throw. I should have thrown a little bit harder that time. They're going man again. I can try cover one over here. You got to really practice those corner routes. I love them to death, but they're not the easiest to throw to. I'm going to come over here. Zone beater. They're going man. Cover zero. We can go back over here just because he's got more grass to play with. First down. They're going cover zero again. And we'll go back over here. Pretty simple, you know. You just, again, just takes some practice. They're going man. Maybe I want to go to the fullback. Let's help him out a little bit. Let's do something like that. He got sacked, but notice what happened here. I moved my halfback over, forcing one of these guys to defend the fullback. It was the free safety. Notice how wide open our fullback was. I'm going to try to put my cursor on him if it'll let me. Look how wide open he was. I mean, he had 10 yards beat on the guy. If I'd have got to him in time, that could have been a 20-yard gain possibly, but I got sacked. It happens. We're going zone. I don't see a hole over the middle. I'm going to the flat. Get up the field if you can. Going zone again. I see a hole. I'm going to go to the tight end and almost got sacked. Either way, a really good play. Just a few different routes to throw to, but it all does the same thing. It attacks all three areas of the field, 10 yards in, with a little extra boost up top. Last but not least is weak normal, another 21 personnel set, and it is wide receiver curl. So we've talked about the curl flat and a couple other formations, but now we got a double curl flat. Technically, this is a flare route, so you got to keep that in mind. Those work better against man than they do against zone. Because of this, we got a flat route, which means this is a left hash play as is. If you flip it, play it on the right hash. Let's go ahead and select wide receiver curls. We'll go up against cover two man. So your only good man routes are your two curls and your flare route by your halfback. So we're going against cover three. If you don't feel comfortable throwing to those curls, you can do something like this and get your halfback wide open if you need to. Sometimes you don't have to make that adjustment, but you can if you want to. Or if you're feeling froggy, just go to one of the curls, throw it as hard as you can after he makes his cut. You can get nice plays like that. Okay, I'm seeing cover 2. We'll just go over here. Now notice this does not have a cover 0 beater. I haven't mentioned that yet because I wanted to kind of keep it the whole West Coast vibe. But what you can do is take a zone route and turn him into a great man beater. Only thing we need is a cover 0 beater. So what about this tight end? He's a curl route, but it's a little congested. I mean, you can make that throw if you're feeling like it, or you could turn him into a go, make him a little bit more effective. If it's cover 0, if it's not, just go to one of the curls or to that flare route. Okay, so man, pretty simple, very versatile. But what about zone? Guess what? We got the exact same spots that we can throw to. Let's go ahead and select it again. Wide receiver curls. Let's do cover 2 this time. We got a center beater, the little curl by the tight end. And we got a short side zone beater that should always be open within reason with the fullback. Do you see a hole? I don't. I'm going to go ahead and just throw it quickly to the fullback because it takes them a little while to get there. We'll call it again. Snap it. I don't see a hole. I'm just going to try to bounce it over to the fullback. And I'm glad this happened. Sometimes this wide receiver on a curl route gets stuck on that corner. Look at him. He gets stuck on him. Good job by the corner by doing that. It forces that corner to stay low. And at this point, you're throwing to the fullback, and look what happens. He picks it off. So that can happen at times. Either way, do it again. I don't see a hole. Your fullback gets stuck sometimes as well. Not often, but you can get plays like this going. So we can go ahead and go against like a cover 4 so you can see the center beater. We'll select that. We'll go quarters. Snap it. Do you see a hole above the center? I do. You can throw it really quick there. Look at that. Easy 15 yards to your tight end. You can call it again. Easy wide open, but he just made a terrible throw. Don't know what happened there. Try it again. Another terrible throw by Leinart. He's the best quarterback in the country. He's not looking like it today. There we go. Just another drop ball. Either way, but if you don't feel comfortable, if you don't see a hole there, you got a terrible tight end, just something of that nature, just always dump it to your fullback and you should be good to go. So let's do a random. We'll select wide receiver curls. We'll do random 4-3. They're going zone. I see a hole, but he just got stuck again on this guard. Let's do zone again. I don't see a hole. I'm just going to bounce it over to the fullback. A terrible throw by Leinart. They're going man. Cover 0. I did not do a cover 0 beater, and I could have and almost got sacked. It happens. They're going zone again. We'll just dump it to the fullback. Just win it out. Go to your short side zone beater. Zone again. I don't really see a hole. We'll go over here. We're going to get a good play going here with the fullback. The fullback may get a touchdown. How about that? That would be fun. Let's do it again. They're going man. Let's have a cover 0 beater. Let's take that tight end and turn him into a go route. I'm seeing cover 2, though, so we'll just go to a curl. Just another terrible throw by Matt Leinart. Do it again. We'll come over here and a drop. Forgive me if my players aren't doing their job. We can go to the curl. Actually, the fullback caught that somehow. Just really weird. Either way, they're going man. Let's do a cover 0 beater with the tight end. He's double teamed. This probably isn't a good idea to do that, but guess what? He's still going to make the catch. And they're going zone right here. We'll just go to the fullback, pick up whatever yards we can, and we're going to get a really good gain with a fullback, which is always fun. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you got something out of it. This gives you a nice base to work off if you want to run a little West Coast, if you want to put that in your scheme. Just remember, you need a center beater. You need a outside left side beater of some sort. If it's on the left hash, you need a short side zone beater. And it helps if you got an outside man beater on the other side. You're just taking all 3 areas of the field 10 yards in, and it never gets old. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.